The analogy of describing life's challenges as storms is an old one. Storms are inevitable, but Jesus offers us a way forward, a way of courage. He calls us to trust Him. Jesus made a remarkable offer to each of us. If we seek Him, we will find Him. Jesus is not hiding from us. He's not some highly guarded secret or some celebrity offering only limited access. Jesus calls us to follow Him, to pursue Him. To follow, we must move. We get up, open our eyes, take a step forward. The Bible is full of these stories, men and women pursuing Jesus, pursuing the truth and finding it, finding Him. Zacchaeus climbing a tree, Nicodemus seeking answers, Peter leaving the boat to walk on water to Jesus. There's nothing more fundamental in all of life than our desire to see Him, to know Him, to pursue Jesus. You've probably heard the story of Peter walking on water to Jesus. Who hasn't imagined that scene? The storm, the waves, the figure of Jesus walking on the sea. Peter's willingness to step over the boat's edge, and what it must have felt like to realize he was doing it too, walking across the surface of the sea. Rereading that passage, it struck me that Peter asked to do it. Seeing Jesus on the water, Peter responded, "Lord, if it's really you, tell me to come to you, walking on the water." Jesus responded simply, "Yes, come." Peter's desire was remarkable. He couldn't help wanting to go toward Jesus. It wasn't some test Jesus put him through. Peter wanted to pursue Jesus, to stand with Him on the water. And he did. By faith, he walked toward Jesus on the waves. That is, he did until he recognized just how big the waves were and how strong the wind had become. Peter, in the middle of one of the most spectacular miracles of the Gospels, suddenly became terrified and began to sink. Jesus took him by the hand and lifted him up. "Why did you doubt me?" Jesus asked. "I have never walked on water, but I've seen plenty of life storms that have caused me to doubt. I'm pretty sure you have too." Perhaps it's the spectacular nature of this event which highlights the universal attention that we give to wind and waves. There are plenty of things in this world to scare us, but why do we doubt? If this story is a human example of our faltering faith, then surely it is also a story of Jesus' faithful presence, His hand reaching out to save us in a moment of fear. Peter left the boat to pursue Jesus, but when Peter failed to maintain that course, Jesus was suddenly beside him, at arm's length. Peter was rescued, and so are we, again and again. It's a story about how our faith falters, how small it really is. But it is also a story about how faithful Jesus is. He doesn't falter, so we learn to trust Him in greater ways. How have you faced storms, the wind and waves? How has your desire to be with Jesus, to pursue Him, faltered through doubt and fear by taking your eyes off Him, distracted by the commotion of the world around you? Let Peter's dramatic moment on the sea remind you that Jesus is not off in the distance somewhere. He is there, ready to take your hand and lift you out of the stormy sea. How will you trust Him?